Well, Wade and I are excited to sit down with another one of our excellent trading members here, JShears. Has been a professional FX trader for quite a few years now, and has been a member with us since November of 2010. And we're just, as always, we're just really excited to sit down with our members to find out how it's been working for them, how the MACD3 system has been helping and affecting their lives, especially in trading. So thanks for joining us here, Jeffrey. We appreciate it.
My pleasure.
So quick first question. What line of work have you been in prior to trading, and what made you decide to become a Forex trader?
Okay, good question. Prior to trading currencies, I actually traded stocks and options, and I was in actually venture capital, raising money for companies out of China. And basically, I guess it would have been 2007, 2008 when the stock market started to look really weak. And it was very hard to raise money anymore for companies at that time. A friend of mine, who at that time was running his own currency fund out of Canada, recommended for me to get into currency trading. And one of the reasons he recommended, he said it's recession-proof. That you can trade currencies, and it doesn't matter what the economy is doing, if it's a bear market, a bull market, in terms of the stock market, that currencies go up and down. And they're not, in relation to the stock market, you can make money trading direction on currencies every day, and it doesn't matter if the economy is in a recession. It's recession-proof.
Nice.
Great.
So I got into currency trading, thinking that it was something I could get into, that I could make money in any economy, and eventually get into it to support my family, which is where I am today.
Awesome. Jeffrey, this is Wade. So how long have you been trading in the Forex market, and what market opens do you normally like to trade?
So I got into trading currencies at the end of 2007, beginning of 2008, and I basically trade the London Open and into the New York overlap and into the London close, which is noon Eastern time, and those are the markets I like to trade. They're the most active. Although there are lots of opportunity to trade the Asian market, which is at 8 o'clock Eastern time, my time. But, I do need some downtime. So for me, the London to New York overlap works really well.
Yeah, there are definitely some great moves at that time. That's that you can hit both the best markets. That's for sure an advantage. This is Steve again here.
It is good to have a little downtime.
Yeah, no question.
Yes.
No question. Steve again here.
But knowing, what I've seen, trading your system and getting to know it really well, trading the London and New York works well for me. But if someone wasn't able to trade those times because it doesn't work for their lifestyle, there's tons of opportunity to trade it during the Asian session. I've noticed a lot of moves happen in the first 2 hours of Asian, and unfortunately I'm not here to catch them all because, as I mentioned, I need some downtime. But for the person who can't trade the hours that I trade, definitely the Asian would work really well. I mean, I could easily make a living trading the Asian session.
Nice. Yeah, there's tons of opportunity. So Steve here again for the next question. What challenges did you face prior to using the MACD3 Forex trading system and training program? What were some of the issues you had?
Well, some of the issues I had was I wasn't a consistent trader. I was all over the place. They call it a system hopper, looking on the internet for the next best system. What's the best system out there? I would get bombarded by emails from guys selling, garbage systems that just weren't working. They were not good systems. They were just things that, $99.99, the greatest and the best thing ever. And all the stuff I got was just junk. And my challenges were finding a system that I could stick with and grow with, and continual education. I just didn't have that available to me before I met you guys with the MACD3 system. So that was one of my challenges. Another challenge I had is I always, heard from people, oh yeah, robots, automated trading. But, automated trading, I experienced in the early days of my Forex career. I bought a robot. I thought, oh great, I can turn it on, and I'm going to make money. Mm-hmm. Turned it on. First few weeks I made money. In the next 4 weeks, I lost it all plus and ended up my account balance was at zero. So the challenges I had was really being able to take my account and grow it, protect my capital, and having proper trade management where I could really live off of trading Forex. And that's the challenge I had before I got into trading your system.
Okay. Awesome. Well, this is kind of a two-parter, a little bit of a parlay from that last question as well. This is Wade again. So how did the MACD3 system help you overcome those challenges that you were facing? And then I guess we already mentioned how long you've been trading the MACD3 system. I know that you kind of went away for a little while, and then you mentioned through an email a while back that you've been taking a bunch of other trades, and then you noticed that the MACD3 system was really delivering for you. So expand on that a little bit if you wouldn't mind.
Okay, so basically, how did it overcome it? Well, first of all, it made me more consistent. It took away my fears of pulling the trigger. Part of the problems a lot of Forex traders out there, not even just Forex traders, any trader, is the fear of actually putting the trade on. And how the MACD system taught me to overcome it is by following rules, specific rules. And those rules, when applied properly, I would pull the trigger when I saw the proper setups, as per the MACD3 system has shown me. Those rules and the way they're laid out are so clear and so concise. There are a lot of other systems out there, and you don't know when to pull the trigger because the rules are kind of vague. Well, with the MACD system and the way that you set it up with the education and the daily webinars and the fast track webinars, it's very easy to learn it as long as you stick to it and follow the rules. And what this system has taught me is to learn and stick to the rules and use the approach in making a living trading. Now, I did take some time off, and I was looking at some other stuff, but it was a mistake I made. I came back to the MACD because I realized at the end of the day, there's nothing out there that I ever found that was better or even came close. So when I met you guys, it was the best thing ever because it really was something that if I stuck to it would allow me to continue in Forex and make it my career, which now is where I'm at.
It's a good story, Jeff.
Yeah, thanks for sharing that. Really appreciate that.
No problem.
So the next question would be, again, Steve here. Why would you recommend the MACD3 trading system and training program to any other Forex traders who might be interested in trading the system?
Why is because the way you guys lay it out and the type of system it is, and how basically, in my eyes, and I think anybody can learn to trade it. They don't have to have a trading background. They don't have to know anything about the currency markets. Actually, probably the best traders would be the ones that come in and don't know anything, because you guys teach it so well from the ground up. You teach everything anybody needs to know to learn to become a consistent trader. I haven't found any systems out there that have ongoing education like you guys. I mean, you guys have every day, 5 days a week, 3 hours of education. And the education is laid out in real time while the markets are open. So you're assessing the markets and teaching all the MACD traders, as the markets are open, what to look for. To me, that's the best type of training you can get. Yes, someone could sell you software. They can give you manuals and videos. But the ability to get that daily trading is really what makes the MACD system stand out, other than its success rate. But the actual training, the ongoing training. I mean, I've been with you guys for 1 year and 3 months. And I will continue with you guys. There's no reason for me to quit, because I love listening to you guys every day, because every trader makes a mistake. And it's positive reinforcement that you guys give, the reinforcement on a daily basis, of analyzing that market for all the MACD traders and showing them in real time what to look for and helping them and giving them the guidance that they need to make it work. You can't ask for anything better. I mean, I have yet to find anything out there that gives that type of ongoing support. And not just that, you also send out a daily email at nighttime every night. And to me, it's called a roadmap. I use it as a roadmap. I print it out, I put it on my desk. I wake up in the morning to trade a London, and I look at the email, and I've read it, prior to going to bed. And I look at the areas of support and resistance, all these other things that you lay out clearly in the email, And that's my roadmap for the day. That helps me set a clear picture of the way I'm going to trade the day and look at what to look for, that day. So that is another reason why I would recommend for sure somebody using your system, because you lay it out for everybody. You lay it out on a daily basis. You can't ask for anything better. I mean, that's just, that's what a real learning experience and educational process is needed for anyone, any trader, even if they're experienced. It's just, the market analysis is wonderful.
Awesome. We really appreciate that. This is Steve here again. I just wanted to add another quick question, if I may, because you mentioned it before. You talked about not only the layout, but also the results that one can sort of expect to achieve once they get it down. Without getting into account balances and that kind of stuff, what's been your experience? What kind of stop loss do you use? What kind of, what's your win ratio, that sort of thing? People get an idea and a feel for how you apply the system, how you've been doing with it.
Well, one of the good things about the system that I've learned is the stop losses are not large stop losses. You're not going to blow up an account. You're using small stop losses, say, for example, 20, 25 pips, and you're looking for gains that are a lot larger than that. So your ratio of say 2 to 1, or even a lot greater than that on the ones that really move, is what makes the system work really well, but also the success rate, the accuracy of it. Myself, and I would say anyone else who's been training the system for a while, will easily do 80% plus accuracy on the system. And there are times, that there are people who do 90%. I mean, myself, I'm probably in the high 80s, but high 80s is wonderful. I mean, most traders do not even come close to those type of success rates. So that's one thing that's good about the MACD system, because if it's applied properly, and you apply it and you learn it properly and trade by the rules, I think anywhere from 80 to 90% is for sure achievable.
Perfect, thank you.
That's just awesome to hear. Because the feedback we have been getting is anywhere from 75%, if everybody's doing it even somewhat right, up to 90%. So you're falling right in line there, and that's awesome. And you're right. Anybody would be thrilled to death to have those type of results. So we're very, very happy for you. This is Wade again. So one of the final questions here is, for new people that are, looking to consider learning and trading the MACD3 system, what type of advice would you offer to those traders, and how long of a commitment do you think that they would want to make sure that they come in with the right mindset in order to, help them lay a foundation?
Okay, good question. Part of the problem with a lot of traders is they don't like to stick to things. They're system hoppers. To really learn the system properly, come in on the trial. Then you get a feel for what it's about. But you're not going to learn it in 4 or 5 days. There's no way. I mean, any education takes time and a commitment. To learn it, you need to spend a couple months, at least. Just to learn it properly, to sit in on the daily webinars. And even if you can't make the daily webinars, there's twice a week, there's fast-track training webinars. They're always recorded. Any member can watch it. They're in order. They're laid out on the website. So for somebody who's looking to sign up, don't look for something that all of a sudden you're going to make millions overnight. Because if you're thinking about that's not the way learning something properly takes. You need to spend time. You need to learn it properly. You need to go through all the training videos, and you need to listen to the webinars and practice. Practice is very important. You guys lay out that on your website you have a software tester that helps people learn. There's a live chat room with other traders where you can learn with them too, and you can talk to them, communicate, all those type of things. So for someone to come in for 5 days and try it, it's great to get a small feel for it, but to learn it properly, you need to spend a month or two at least to learn it properly. And after a month or two, when you start getting really good at it, my recommendation is stick to it. I've been with it for 1 year and 4 months. I'm not planning on leaving. To me, it's a drop in the bucket to pay $100 or whatever, $149 a month, or actually I forget because it's a while since I've signed up.
$129.
$129. I really don't care. It gets billed to me every month, and I don't care because it's part of my ongoing education in Forex trading, which is, to me, any trader, it doesn't matter how good they are, it's phenomenal to have that ongoing education. So and the market analysis is really what I like. And plus, trading for myself, it's a lonely environment. I'm here by myself. I like hearing Stephen Wade's voice. I love hearing them every morning. You know, my kids hear them. They know them by their names. They're part of the family. That's how I look at these guys. They're part of my family. I'm glad to hear them every morning. I'm glad that I've made friends too in the chat room. It's becoming a member of the MACD is not just learning the system and becoming good at it, but it's also becoming part of a family. And that's what this trading system has come for me. It's become I'm part of a big family now. And so people that join should stick to it. Don't expect 5 days you're going to learn it, because you're not. To learn anything properly, you need to spend a couple months and go through it and trade with other traders who are trading it. And at that point after that, you'll start seeing success, and you'll say, you're like myself, I'm going to be a lifetime member. I've got no reason to quit. There's no reason.
Well, that's awesome. I mean, and you're right, Jeffrey. All of our members, including you guys have all become our friends and part of our family as well, and that's exactly the way that we look at it. So we're just trying to do little interviews like this so that everybody can see what's going on and appreciate it, and so that we can attract more dedicated folks like yourself and just continue to grow our community and just make really good, talented friends from all over the world.
Correct.
Trading can be lonely, so it is a really good, it's just a great experience all the way around. And
it's nice to trade with guys in the room every day, you know, and chat with them, other MACD traders live. It's nice to have the ongoing educational from you guys every day, and the fast track twice a week. All that stuff's important for any trader. And just, you know, it's great being part of your community. I really, I'm glad that I found you guys. It was the best thing that ever happened to me in my trading career.
Well, this is Steve again. We're certainly pleased that you found us as well. We've really enjoyed the interaction with you, especially here today, getting to sit down with you and giving you the opportunity to share a bit of your life and a bit of your story and your experience with other traders so that they can learn from you. So again, Jeff, we really appreciate your time, and we look forward to keep working and making more pips with you.
Absolutely, yeah, I do too. Thank you, guys.
Thanks again, Jeff, and I guess we'll see you bright and early in the morning.
Sounds good.
All right, take care.
Alrighty.